Hi, this is kayDbait, and this is my video response to my last video. I wanted to answer a lot of the questions people have been having. I've gotten a lot more responses to this video. I assumed I would be, and I can't answer all of them in the, I think it's a 300 character limit. So, and I tried to, but I didn't feel I articulated myself properly. So I wanted to respond directly to a lot of the comments, and I'm going to read the comment and then explain my answers. Okay, so the first one. I do not agree with masturbation. It is a sin, and you shouldn't assume everyone does it. It's dangerous. It's against God's will. The Catholic Church doesn't support it, and neither should you. Masturbation can cause hairy palms, and masturbation does affect your eyesight. I will pray for you tonight. That was by MEJT223 one day ago. They got a response from Weston, 1985, which they comment on almost all of my videos. Are you kidding or what? And my response to the comment by Medged is, I don't assume everyone does. I rarely assume, but I do think many people do, and the social norm is what it is that it's acceptable. The moral argument is, however, a different subject entirely, and I'm unsure how masturbation can cause hairy palms, in asterisks, from excess sweating. I'm not saying it doesn't, I'm just unsure where you got your information. Please send a link. Now, when I said that, I tried to post a link to help support my side, but I couldn't do it. YouTube, I guess, doesn't allow direct links inside of comments. They might, it just wasn't letting me. So there was a really good video that I watched that was semi-supportive of mine. Let me find it. I hope it doesn't end the feed by going to a different different YouTube page. Let's see. It should be right here. That's not it. Hold on. There it is. The Infographics Show, Masturbation. That's the name of their channel, and the Infographics Show, and it's also the name of the video. I felt that I watched it. It was extremely informative, and I felt that you guys should watch it because it explains about all the statistics, how many people do it, how many people admit it, how many people, how often, and all that information that I didn't say. I knew most of it, I just didn't know the exact numbers, and that has all the information in it. Okay, next comment, because I believe that they didn't back up their information with fact. They said, it goes against God, but they didn't give me Bible verses, they didn't give me moral arguments, they just said it was wrong. And that's not really a debate. So, oh man, I don't know how long I'm allowed to do a video response. I hope I don't get cut off. Okay, I've never done a video response. People were asking me to do visuals. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, that's not it. Comment removed. Okay, I don't know who did that. Let's see. Dr. K, no visuals? You make it so boring. I think you can do visuals as long as it's educational or something. I just saw an inflatable real penis the other day on YouTube. How much is too much? What about how young is too young? Is it okay for older brothers to share their knowledge with younger brothers? How young can you be and get the concept of jerking off? Is that why parents tell their kids don't play with it or it will fall off? That was a lot of questions, and I did 5 posts trying to answer them. So I'm going to just go each one and answer them as best I can. No visuals. You make it so boring. I can do visuals. There's a lot of YouTube videos that do. I just don't have the technical time. I don't have the time to make visuals. I mean, I can make really cheap ones. Like I made a joke when somebody else commented that I had just bought bananas and I could use them as visuals for this video, but that would be kind of immature. So what I did was I kept it verbal. I kept it, I wasn't doing anything fancy. I wasn't doing anything to get attention that would, be more controversial. I just kept it simple, and I really think it's going to cut me off at like 6 minutes, and I don't know why. Because the bar right here is already at 5 minutes, and it only has about that much left. So If it does cut me off, I apologize. Okay, I didn't do visuals for the reason that I just don't have the technical time. I watched the inflatable real penis video, and it was extremely impressive because it obviously was medical information. I've never seen anything like that before. It's a lot of people get, not a lot, but people get extremely hurt, and they lose parts of their body, very important parts of their body. So that the scientific advancements of our age are very impressive when I see things like that. Um, but again, if it wasn't medical based, then I'm sure it would have gotten banned from YouTube. It just extended. It's at 5:45 now. Okay, let's see. How much is too much? They didn't clarify what they meant. I'm going to assume two things: either how much is too much to show, or how much is too much to actually do it in real life. To show on YouTube is anything that is um, erotic, as opposed to informative or even entertaining. It would just be porn at that point, and then you should go to a different website for that. Um, as in too much, as for too much, if it starts to interfere with your life, then it's too much, regardless of how much that actually is. If it's once a day and you're going crazy about it, that's too much. If it's once a week and you're going crazy about it, it's too much. If you do it 5 times a day, but it doesn't interfere with your actual life, either you have a very interesting life, or you don't have anything going on at the time, so that's not too much, really. It's relative to how your life is going. Let's see. Uh, what about how young is too young? Again, they didn't verify if they meant morally or if they meant what is possible. I knew someone who was they admitted to starting doing it when they were 9. So, and that was regular. So, physically, whenever you can is as young as you can be. Again, it's on a personal, individual level. But morally, if you are mentally capable of self-regulating your behavior, again, on an individual basis, that would be how young. If you can't do it, if you can't handle it, if it's driving you crazy, you're not old enough, or at least not mature enough to do it. And I use the word mature in the counter of immature. If you're immature, you usually don't have the self-regulating abilities. So don't base mature off of just age. Okay. Is it okay for older brothers to share their knowledge with younger brothers? Yes. Younger brothers usually look up to their older siblings if their older siblings are nice or fair or wise or whatever, treating them right. Parents can seem, they're an authority figure, and young kids might not always understand that they're also a source of knowledge. Or older siblings can be someone they can relate to better. And if you can relate to somebody better, they would listen to you better. And as long as you give them informed information that is accurate and fair, you're not just, giving them the bare bones, it feels good, so do it, blah, blah, blah. It's not, that's not it. That's the opposite of what a knowledgeable, informed person would say. You give them the information they need, and you let them you let them do it. Not don't take that the wrong way. You let them live their life the way that they can, and you just give them the information that they should have. That's what I mean by that. So older teaching younger, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as they're being fair. I mean, if they're being stupid about it, being perverted about it, and teaching them wrong, then that's wrong. And I'm not even basing that off of morals. I'm basing that off of you're hurting their life. You're giving them information that they otherwise shouldn't have. Okay, it's like giving your 5-year-old brother porn. You don't do that. You just don't. It would screw with their mind a little bit. They don't understand it. Let's see. How young can you be and still get the concept? Again, mental maturity. It's how intelligent you are with connecting the thing in your mind, and that's it. I think it cuts me off at 10 minutes. It said it was going to cut me off at 10 minutes. It actually said that when I was uploading the video, so it might do that. I don't know. If it doesn't, I'll just keep talking. Let's see. mental maturity for understanding that. If you don't understand it, then you can still do it, but you don't know what it is. Obviously, if you've never heard about it and it accidentally happens, because it happens, uh, oh, I don't remember the word. It's when it happens when you're night, when you're asleep. I don't remember the word, but the concept is when you're sleeping, you have an erotic dream, or your body is aroused for some reason. Either the covers are rubbing you wrong, weird, or anything like that. It can happen on accident. It happens to a lot of kids growing up, usually men, and that wouldn't be considered masturbation, but it would still be considered a climax, and because it is, and that is usually how people have the first one. They usually don't know what it is, and they usually don't know about it. So they know about it. They just think they wet their bed. But so physical maturity versus mental maturity. You can do it and not know what it is, but you can know what it is but still not do it. And there's just a lot of different. Oh, don't laugh back there. And he makes jokes about that. It's like there's the people that admit. There's two different kinds of people: people that admit to it, and the people that admit they do it, and then the people that lie about it. He's been wanting me to tell that joke ever since he found out I made this video. And what was the other joke? I forget. I okay. Anyway, I might post it in the comments below, but they're not inappropriate jokes. They're just funny. Um, okay, I'm getting off. I'm getting off topic. Okay, what's the next question? Uh, is that why parents tell their kids don't play with it or it'll fall off? A lot of parents, um, because it's such a taboo for so long, that these myths were started way back a long time ago, and their parents told them these lies. Why would you tell a 5-year-old that babies or a 7-year-old that babies come from the stork? Because you don't want to explain the concepts to them. You don't want them to ask more questions. You just say, well, this is how it happened. And if they ask follow-up questions, you just say, not right now. I gave you enough information. One of the best descriptions I've ever heard for where babies come from was actually on it wasn't a forum, but it was a topic thing. I think it might have been on Yahoo Answers, or it was on one of those parenting books. I don't remember. I used to read a lot. It was if a young child asks you where babies come from, you talk to them, and you say, and this is just my opinion of what it was the best example I've ever heard. Um, you just say that daddy put a seed in the mother's tummy, and that the baby is growing in her stomach. And when the times come when the baby is ready to be born, they'll have a brother or a sister, as long as everything goes right, and that they will. That's how you were born, also. So that way, they associate the mother's large belly with baby, so that they'll be able to understand the concepts later, as opposed to a third party doing it. So they won't get mixed up, and they'll also know that a mother and father are required, as opposed to a stork being able to bring stuff. So that also associates the relationship of why there's parents, because then the baby might want to have a kid, or they might start looking at birds for kids, and it's just the concepts are kind of weird, and I don't understand where that theory would have come. It's so random for a stork to bring babies that I don't understand that so many parents tell their kids this, and I've asked people like, yeah, the stork does it, but they're little kids, and they say, yeah, the stork brings it. So what about it? And I don't correct them, but if I ever see their parents, I ask them about it, because it's not my position to say stuff. Hey, I can see you in the background. Uh, okay, that's one of my roommates. Let's see. So those answer all the questions that I could say. Um, I don't know where the theories come from, but really the parents were told these things and they just don't want to deal with it, so they tell their kids these things as one of the examples of why they would do it. And I brought up the stork thing because it's kind of related. I mean, where do kids come from? Why can't I do this? and parents make stuff up. It's a defense mechanism, kind of. You know, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm telling you this lie so that when you're older, you can figure it out on your own, because it's embarrassing to me, or it's awkward, or I'm going to explain it wrong, and I don't want to mess you up. But again, it messes them up if you explain that, you know, because then they don't understand at all, and you're just giving them falsified information, and that's not good. That's not healthy to lie to your kids. Not like that. Not about things that they will have to learn about later. They'll see, hey, my parents lied to me, and some kids don't like that. Some kids will say, well, yeah, they were just doing it to protect me, blah blah blah. But a lot of kids don't think that way. I mean, they're kids. So sometimes it's best to be honest, even if it's a little awkward, even if you don't want to explain things. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet and do the right thing. So anyway, it's hitting 16 minutes, which will cut off the video. I don't know how the video response works, so I hope it's the same. So take care, and I hope you all have a nice day, and I hope that answered a lot of the questions. I didn't get to answer enough of them, but those were the big ones. So take care and have a nice day. Bye.